Hey guys, Dr. Jeff here from Newman Chiropractic, and one of the more common questions that end up coming up with patients here in the office is they don't know what really constitutes a condition that chiropractors treat. So, for example, today I had a question from a patient contacted the office like, hey, I ended up straining something in my back. I felt a pulled muscle in my back, and is that something that you treat? And this person has been a patient of mine for a long time. So obviously we treat that muscular pain in the back. But this patient had thought it was a musculoskeletal condition, so he thought we were bone doctors or joint doctors and didn't know if he should come in. So that's my own fault as a provider that I didn't educate this particular patient well enough to realize that, yeah, that is something that we treat. So let's explain exactly how we treat musculoskeletal conditions, because as a chiropractor, the way that I approach my treatment methods is I educate that we as chiropractors treat the musculoskeletal system of the spine. And what I mean by that is that if we are going to make changes in the bones and the joints, the muscles are the things that cause movement of the bones and the joints. So if you aren't moving well in a particular joint, primarily of the spine, right? We see a lot of spine stuff. If you aren't moving as well as you should in an area of the spine, then those muscles that attach from those spinal bones are actually strained, irritated, and less mobile. So what I do is I educate my patients by showing them this picture right here. And as you can see, all these muscles are the bigger muscles that we're used to seeing and thinking, okay, when I have back pain, those are the things that are straining. When in actuality, what ends up happening is when we start taking these layers away, you can see that deep in there, you've got layers upon layers of muscles. And when we really zoom in, you can see that when you have back pain, it's actually this musculature that attaches from bone to bone that is the primary player causing the back pain. And that's the most concerning area to have injured tissue, because that stuff is the stability spine musculature. That keeps the spine nice and stable while we are doing our activities of daily living. So it's very important to make sure that that musculature stays healthy. So all in all, chiropractors do treat the muscles of the body. We aren't focused primarily on the bones or the joints. We focus on the health of the muscles and make sure that those muscles are allowing the joints and the bones to move well during our activities of daily living. So I hope this one was helpful. Make sure to subscribe below, and we'll see you in the office for all your musculoskeletal conditions you got going on.